My name is Yinka Babalola.
My name is Ijoma Pelokoro.
My name is Joshua Hassan.
I am Rotarian or Mosunde Lawson.
It's Ife Yunwarita Ejeze. My friends call me Ife.
My name is Rotarian Lola Dare.
I'm inviting you to keep watching SOUQ News. It's the right station to tune to.
I like SOUQ News. SOUQ News is good.
I want to charge you all to listen to SOUQ News, watch the news.
You can have unlimited news, first time.
Find SOUQ News. Be with SOUQ News. Never switch off. You are better for it. SOUQ News is the real thing.
Listen to their coverage and you'll be glad you did.
Turn to your YouTube, turn to your Instagram, turn to all your digital channels and look for SOUQ News.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Please, guys, keep watching.
SOUQ News.
In the heart of sub-Saharan Africa, where commerce meets progress, welcome to SOUQ News, your source for business, economy, and development insight that drive nations forward. From the vibrant streets of Lagos, Africa's fastest economic hub, SOUQ News takes you on a journey of discovery, analyzing and reporting the facts that lay the foundation for growth and development. We don't just report the news, we create it. SOUQ News is more than a channel. It is a catalyst for change, spotlighting the stories that shape economies, inspire entrepreneurs, and fuel progress. Covering business, finance, technology, energy, and many more, SOUQ News provides a daily deep dive into the stories that matter, interviews with industry titans, and analysis that empowers your understanding of economic landscape. Join us daily as we dissect, discuss, and deliver the most relevant and factual news on business and the economy. SOUQ News is your trusted guide, empowering you with the knowledge to make informed decisions. Lateef Jakande. Born Lateef Kayode Jakande in the Ekbetedo area of Lagos Island, Lagos State on July 1929. He studied at the Lagos Public School at Enowa, Lagos Island, then at Bonham Memorial Methodist School, Port Harcourt, King's College, enrolled at Ilesha Grammar School, where he edited a literary paper called The Quarterly Mirror. Jakande began a career in journalism in 1949 with a daily service and joined the Nigerian Tribune in 1953. The owner, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, appointed Jakande editor-in-chief of the Tribune in 1956. Jakande established John West Publications in 1975 after leaving Tribune and began to publish the Lagos News. He served as the first president of the Newspaper Proprietors Association of Nigeria, NPAN. Jakande ran for election as executive governor of Lagos State in 1979 on the Unity Party of Nigeria platform. His administration was effective and open and implemented the cardinal policies of his party. He introduced housing and educational programs targeting the poor, building new neighborhood primary and secondary schools, and providing free primary and secondary education. He gave poor people's children education, and many of them are now very prominent in the society today. Jakande established the Lagos State University and constructed over 30,000 housing units. After the military takeover in 1983, Jakande was charged, prosecuted, and convicted of treason and later pardoned. He served as Minister of Works under the Sani Abacha military regime. He died in Lagos on February 11, 2021. Lateef Jakande was the first civilian governor of Lagos State. Lateef Kayode Jakande, SOUQ Enlightenment.
It's News Hour on SOUQ News Television, and we'll bring you first the headlines. It's always a pleasure having you join us on News Hour, where we take you around the globe on developmental and business-related stories. I am Grace Komolafe. Starting with the Senate, Nigeria's Senate President Godswill Akpabio has emphasized the critical role of parliamentary diplomacy in global peace efforts. Akpabio, speaking at the 148th Assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union and related meetings in Geneva, Switzerland, underscoring Nigeria's commitment to leveraging parliamentary mechanisms for conflict resolution and procedure buildings, while commending legislative milestones such as the Not Too Young to Run bill and Nigeria's active participation in international peacekeeping missions. He stressed the importance of collective action in addressing global challenges and highlighted the Nigerian Parliament's effort in curbing polarization and promoting unity through legislation and international engagements. Akpabio also outlined initiatives aimed at enhancing accountability, promoting gender equality, and combating insecurity, including the establishment of the National Center for the Control of Small Armed and Light Weapons. Moving on, as part of an effort to bolster the nation's economy and promote local production, Nigeria's Minister of State for Health, Dr. Tunji Alausa, has advocated for the discontinuation of medical syringe import into the country. This call gained traction during a recent visit to Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, the Director General of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, to the Afri Medical Manufacturing and Supplies Limited syringe factory in Ogun State, where the challenge of substandard medical device imports was addressed and indigenous manufacturing championed. NAFDAC boss Professor Adeyeye echoed this sentiment, expressing the agency's determination to cease issuing import authorizations for syringes, redirecting focus to local manufacturers and collaboration to enhance production standards. Despite potential initial cost implications, Professor Adeyeye stressed that increased production volumes would ultimately drive down prices. Nigerian businesses under the umbrella of the Organized Private Sector of Nigeria, OPSN, are considering suing banks for rejecting their foreign exchange forex applications. This comes despite the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, claiming to have cleared all valid forex backlogs. The OPSN argued that many legitimate requests remain unmet and funds are stuck in banks with no explanation. Businesses are frustrated by a lack of transparency and communication from the CBN and banks regarding rejections. They believe a more comprehensive audit is needed to address the issue. The OPSN is urging the Central Bank of Nigeria to work with the Ministry of Trade and Industry and banks to resolve outstanding issues and ensure legitimate forex requests are fulfilled. They emphasize the importance of transparency and honoring past commitments to maintain business confidence and economic standard. Moving ahead, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, conducted a series of successful raids across several Nigerian states, seizing a staggering 44,948 kilograms of illicit drugs and arresting 8 suspects. In the nationwide raid, suspects arrested cut across Lagos, Edo, Ondo, Kaduna, Borno, Yobe, Kano, and Abuja, dismantling drug operations and apprehending leaders of a cocaine and heroin syndicates in Kano. This crackdown demonstrates the NDLEA's commitment to combating drug trafficking in Nigeria. The seized drugs and arrest will significantly disrupt drugs distribution and protect communities from the harmful effects of narcotics. Still in Nigeria, the nation is intensifying its oversight of the cryptocurrency industry through regulatory adjustment targeting crypto operators, focusing notably on entities like Binance. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, unveiled proposed major amendment to rules governing digital asset issuance, offering platforms, exchanges, and custody. Notable changes include mandatory SEC registration for all virtual asset service providers, VASPs, requirements for VASPs to be incorporated and maintain offices within Nigeria, and significantly higher registration fees for digital assets offering platforms, DAOPs. The revised regulations reflect Nigeria's evolving approach to cryptocurrency oversight following its emergence as a major crypto market in Africa. This regulatory tightening aims to provide clearer frameworks in response to the industry's rapid growth and the central bank's previous ban on crypto transactions in the official banking sector. The Nigeria Bureau of Statistics says the cost of refilling a 5 kg cylinder of liquefied petroleum gas, cooking gas, in February 2024 surged to 6,154.50 naira, marking a notable 19.75% increase from January 2023. According to the report, year-on-year, this represents a significant 33.78% surge compared to February 2023. Notably, Lagos recorded the highest average cost for refilling at 6,820 naira, while Yobe had the lowest at 4,912.50 naira. Regionally, the Southeast led with the highest average price for refilling a 12.5 kg gas cylinder at 15,954.60 naira, with the Southeast nearly matching at 15,943.40 naira. The Northeast, however, had the lowest regional price at 14,035.88 naira. Lithium. One of Europe's major nuclear energy companies, Rosatom, has begun the exploration of lithium in Edo State. According to the State Commissioner for Energy, Dr. Enaholo Ejiofor, the state government has given approval for the building of the lithium plant, which would start with the production of batteries. Mr. Ejiofor disclosed that 3 multinational companies were constructing process plants in the state, an indication, he argued, that the state's solid minerals market was attaining majority. The commissioner noted that several states had come to study the Edo model, adding that the state had been sharing its master plan with these states to expand the sector for greater competitiveness. And now we'll take a break and return shortly for more stories. Please stay.
We've got just what you need right here at Femi Wash Media. Call it the Midas Touch and you wouldn't be wrong. Let us record, produce, mix and master your audio like nobody does. Reach us on our contact today for the best quality job.
Welcome back. Now away from Nigeria, Saudi Arabian Renewable Energy Utility ACWA Power International has disclosed a storage breakdown at one of its operated solar plants in Morocco, projecting a loss of approximately $47 million. The 150 megawatt plant, part of the SOUQ solar complex, will remain inactive until November 2024 due to the malfunctions, as stated on the Saudi Stock Exchange website. This incident underscores the persistent technical challenges and storage breakdown at the Concentrating Solar Power CSP facility, with previous issues halting all operations for a year, starting in summer 2021. ACWA Power plans to address the storage problem through repairs and is contemplating constructing a new storage tank. Morocco striving to increase new renewable energy capacity to 52% by 2030 faces hurdles in solar installations, having installed only 831 megawatts so far compared to the 2,000 megawatt target set for 2020. While coal plants still dominate energy production despite efforts to transition to cleaner sources. Early tallies from Senegal's presidential election indicates that opposition candidate Bassirou Diomaye Faye is leading, prompting his supporters to take to the streets in celebration in Dakar. At least 5 of the 19 candidates have already congratulated Faye as the results continue to emerge, though the ruling coalition's candidate, former Prime Minister Amadou Ba, suggests that a round-off may still be necessary. This election follows 3 years of political turbulence and anti-government protests, with millions of voters participating in a peaceful election day. The outcome of the election carries significant implications for Senegal's political landscape, potentially marking the end of President Macky Sall's administration, which faced criticism for its handling of economic challenges despite promoting investor-friendly policies. With turnout at around 71%, the initial tallies show Faye leading in the capital, triggering jubilation among his supporters. And in another development, Southern African regional leaders have reiterated their commitment to their peacekeeping mission in the restrictive Eastern Congo, condemning a recent protest letter from Rwanda opposing United Nations support for the mission. Deployed on December 15, the Southern African Development Community's mission to the Democratic Republic of Congo aims to assist the Congolese government in restoring peace and security in the conflict-ridden region. During a summit in Zambia's capital, Lusaka, leaders reaffirmed their mutual defense pact, declaring that an armed attack against one member state threatens regional peace and security, expressing disapproval of Rwanda's letter to the UN Security Council in February. Regional leaders emphasized solidarity in their efforts, even as forces from East African and the UN peacekeeping mission began their withdrawals in November and December, respectively. And away from that, Asian markets hesitated on Monday amidst concerns over upcoming U.S. inflation figures, which could impact expectations for interest rate cuts. Japan's potential currency intervention also posed the yen's decline. China's central bank boosted the yuan, prompting a broader dollar decrease. Eyes are on the U.S. core PCE price index due Friday, with any uptick possibly delaying a Federal Reserve rate cut. European inflation data is also awaited, while Sweden's central bank is expected to maintain rates. Despite positive equity trends, S&P 500 and Nasdaq futures slipped slightly. Meanwhile, the dollar edged lower against the yen, while gold prices recovered. Oil prices remained steady amid geopolitical tensions and reduced U.S. rig counts. Now to Chinese-related stories. China Petroleum and Chemical Corp, SINOPEC, revealed a 9.9% decrease in its 2023 net profit, amounting to 60.5 billion yen, approximately $8.37 billion, attributed to lower oil and gas prices. Despite challenges from a competitive landscape, recovering fuel demand partially buoyed its performance. Notably, aviation fuel and gasoline saw a significant uptick in sales amid a post-pandemic rebound in travel and transportation. Refinery throughput hit a record high, reaching 257.52 million metric tons, while SINOPEC anticipates further growth to 260 million tons this year. However, its petrochemical segment witnessed sluggish sales, with plans to allocate 173 billion yen for capital spending this year, primarily focusing on exploration and development. PetroChina reported a robust 8.3% increase in net profit for the fiscal year 2023, building upon its record-setting performance in 2022. The company disclosed a net profit of 161.1 billion yen, approximately $22.34 billion, compared to 148.7 billion yen in the previous year, according to a filing submitted to the Hong Kong Stock Exchange on Monday. Despite a 7.0% decline in revenue to 3,000 239 billion yen, PetroChina attributed its positive financial outcome to strong growth in natural gas sales and the marketing segment, which offsets the impact of lower realized oil prices. Operating profit within the natural gas segment more than tripled to 43.3 billion yen, while the marketing segment saw a notable 66.7% increase compared to the previous year. However, the average realized price for crude oil experienced a 16.8% decrease compared to 2022 levels. PetroChina production figures also displayed a positive momentum, with crude oil output reaching 937.1 million barrels, a 3.4% increase from the previous year, and natural gas output rising by 5.5% to 4,932.4 billion cubic feet. Still in China, in a bid to enhance industrial chains and attract more foreign investment, China's Vice Commerce Minister Guo Tingying has stressed the country's commitment to granting national treatment to foreign companies, ensuring equal opportunities for investment and operation in line with domestic firms. This was revealed during the China Development Forum in Beijing, though specifics on guaranteeing national treatment were not provided. This pledge aims to address long-standing complaints from Western firms regarding unequal access in China's vast consumer market and global supply chain. In light of concerns about economic coercion and geopolitical tensions, including the United States, China seeks to reassure foreign investors by emphasizing its dedication to protecting their rights, enlarging market access, and fostering a first-class business environment. Taking a break now, and we'll be back to the rest of the story.
In the heart of sub-Saharan Africa, where commerce meets progress, welcome to SOUQ News, your source for business, economy, and development insights that drive nations forward. From the vibrant streets of Lagos, Africa's fastest economic hub, SOUQ News takes you on a journey of discovery, analyzing and reporting the facts that lay the foundation for growth and development. We don't just report the news, we create it. SOUQ News is more than a channel. It is a catalyst for change, spotlighting the stories that shape economies, inspire entrepreneurs, and fuel progress. Covering business, finance, technology, energy, and many more, SOUQ News provides a daily deep dive into the stories that matter, interviews with industry titans, and analysis that empowers your understanding of economic landscape. Join us daily as we dissect, discuss, and deliver the most relevant and factual news on business and the economy. SOUQ News is your trusted guide, empowering you with the knowledge to make informed decisions.
Broad Street. Broad Street, situated in Lagos Island, is steeped in Nigerian history. Once the biggest financial hub of the country, it housed the headquarters of major banks, linked the CBN, the stock exchange, and the loads of lender companies. Broad Street is a historically significant street. It has played a central role in the development of Lagos and history, an important commercial and administrative center for the British colonial authorities. It was also a home to some of the city's earliest modern buildings. Broad Street was a residential area in the pre-colonial era. With the British came the Methodist Boys High School in 1878 and the Broad Street Prison in 1882, renamed Freedom Park. The General Hospital, which was a British military hospital, was built in 1893, being the first general hospital in Nigeria. The old British Secretariat building, which is now the Federal Ministry of Justice, was built in 1906. Broad Street has seen a full turn into modern commercial office blocks, complexes, skyscrapers, and markets from the outer marina through Akpombo, early into the Adeniji-Adele Road. Broad Street is one of the busiest streets in Nigeria on weekdays, where commercial activities take place day and night. From modern buildings to ancient structures, this street gives one a raw dose of life in Lagos. Broad Street is often referred to as Lagos Financial District. It boasts a mix of architectural styles, reflecting its long history, colonial-era buildings, Victorian and Edwardian architectural features, alongside more modern skyscrapers and structures. Broad Street remains a vital, vibrant part of the Nigerian economy. Broad Street. SOUQ Enlightenment.
I'm okay.
My name is Raymond Bola Brown.
Hi, my name is Fred Amata, and you are on to SOUQ News.
If you are watching this channel for the first time, make sure you continue to watch it because this is SOUQ News.
Shout out to SOUQ News. Actually, I don't know. I really enjoyed the little moment I spent with you, and I think with more of this.
SOUQ News. Here's the SOUQ News who had the courage to transcend a locked off camera and actually have a conversation with a human being. It's a pleasure, SOUQ News. Thank you very much.
Glad to know you are still here. Away from China, Masato Kanda, Japan's top currency diplomat, cautioned against speculative trading driving the yen's recent weakening trend, stating that it does not align with underlying economic fundamentals. Speaking at an impromptu press briefing, Kanda expressed concerns over the yen's 32-year low near 152 to the dollar, emphasizing the significant 4% fluctuation within a mere 2 weeks. While not ruling out potential measures, Kanda asserted readiness to address currency movements appropriately. Despite the yen's decline beyond 150 to the dollar, the government's response suggests a lack of crisis awareness. Analysts suggest the weakening yen, though not a political issue, poses concerns, economic implications, with Kanda acknowledging both benefits and drawbacks. Japan's last intervention in currency markets dated back to October 2022. As of Monday morning, the yen traded around 151.27 to the dollar. In another development, South Korea's effort to elevate its financial markets on the global scale are facing long-standing currency restrictions, as well as hindering investors and traders. Despite being a leading export-driven economy, South Korea remains categorized as an emerging market due to issues like currency management. While regulators contemplate modest reforms, such as extending trading hours, memories of past foreign exchange crises dampen enthusiasm for change. The country's stringent regulations on cross-border transactions and daily reporting requirements pose challenges for businesses, contributing to what is known as Korea discount in global stock performance. Though extending trading hours is seen as a step forward, thorough market surveillance remains essential to prevent destabilization of currency and fluctuations. The U.S. government has allocated a historic $6 billion to fund projects focused on reducing industrial emission. The U.S. Energy Department has announced a groundbreaking $6 billion federal funding initiative aimed at supporting 33 industrial projects across 20 states to combat carbon emissions. This monumental investment, unveiled by Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm, underscores the government's commitment to both environmental sustainability and economic prosperity, with a focus on creating well-paying union jobs and enhancing U.S. competitiveness. This initiative marks a significant step towards a greener future. Secretary Granholm will reveal the award during her visit to the Cleveland Cliffs Steel Corp facility in Midtown, Ohio. This facility stands to benefit from up to $500 million in funding to implement cutting-edge technologies, including electric arc furnaces and hydrogen-based solutions. with the aim of reducing greenhouse gas emissions by a staggering 1 million tons. Granholm emphasized that this initiative represents the largest industrial decarbonization investment in U.S. history and is projected to leverage a total investment of $20 billion, including contributions from participating companies. The awarded projects span various industries crucial to the U.S. economy, including iron and steel, cement, aluminium, chemicals, food and beverages, pulp and paper, among others. These projects are anticipated to collectively eliminate 14 million metric tons of pollution annually, equivalent to removing approximately 3 million gas-powered vehicles from the roads. Additionally, nearly 80% of the projects are situated in disadvantaged communities that have historically faced divestment, underscoring the government's commitment to promoting equity and inclusivity in its environmental initiatives. Moving ahead, President Joe Biden has signed a $1.2 trillion spending package into law, ensuring government funding for the fiscal year that began 6 months ago. Biden hailed the legislation, emphasizing its investment in Americans and its contribution to economic and national security enhancement. He called on Congress to pass other pending bills, particularly emphasizing the importance of bipartisan measures concerning national security and border security reforms. The spending bill, passed by the Democrat majority Senate with a 74-24 vote, will fund key federal agencies through September 30. However, it did not indicate provisions for military aid to Ukraine, Taiwan, or Israel, as those are addressed in the separate Senate-passed bill awaiting action in the Republican-led House of Representatives. Despite partisan divides and disagreements, the bill's passage provides stability for businesses, workers, and families, with provisions including funding for the Defense Department and a raise for U.S. troops. Lastly, Binance, the cryptocurrency exchange, announced on Monday its decision to discontinue facilitating deposits and withdrawals via the Tron blockchain network for a digital stablecoin pegged to the US dollar. This move comes after SOUQ, a Boston-based crypto firm, declared last month its cessation of USDC token minting on Tron, a platform experiencing rapid growth and widely utilized for stablecoin transfers. Stablecoins, digital tokens engineered to maintain a stable value, are backed by conventions currencies. But before we call it a wrap, yesterday was Palm Sunday, and Christians across the globe celebrated the entry of their Savior, Jesus Christ, into Jerusalem. As Easter draws near, beginning with the Passion Week, we'll bring you a report in commemoration of this event. Palm Sunday, a cherished tradition in Christianity, recognized as the prelude to Easter Sunday, marks Jesus Christ's triumphant entry into Jerusalem. The observance is characterized by the blessing and procession of palm leaves or locally available tree twigs, symbolizing the branches laid down before Jesus as he entered the city. Thus, many Protestant churches are increasingly acknowledging Palm Sunday with the distribution of palms. As the Christian world commemorates this day, it stands as the inaugural day of the Holy Week, occurring on the Sunday before Easter Sunday. Historically, these ceremonies date back to the latter part of the 4th century, as documented in the pilgrimage of El Terra. Evidence of these traditions in the Western Church can be traced to the Bobbio Sacramentary from the 8th century. During the Middle Ages, these ceremonies were elaborate, involving processions between churches for blessings and liturgical singing, particularly focusing on the Passion of Christ as recounted in the Gospel of Matthew. Despite modernization, this tradition continues among Christians across the world, as different denominations are seen during each rally, infusing colors and styles while retaining the essence of the event. Following reforms in Rome Catholic liturgy in 1955 and 1969, the ceremonies underwent simplification to underscore the significance of Christ's suffering and death. In the Byzantine liturgy, Palm Sunday service is accompanied by a procession featuring an icon depicting the events being commemorated worldwide to reflect on the events leading to Easter Sunday, marking the culmination of Jesus Christ's earthly ministry and the central tenets of Christian faith. Grace Komolafe, SOUQ News. It's Passion Week and Christians are expected to do the needful. And that will be all on News Hour. Many thanks for watching. I am Grace Komolafe. Good afternoon.